The series, Hayden Fitzgerald 138, Rogan Chandler 133, Ashton Hughes 116, Malcolm Belsky 99, Zuram Wiki 95, Neville Gibbs 92, Jeff Crouch 70, Casey Johnson on 48, Ian Reid 39, and SJ Cavill and Esmond Williams on 38 points. Okay, folks, back here in action. Just have a sip on the water. Get my bearings, and this is a 5-lap race for the last race of the day. Remember, we got those airbags to do. And just move my mic so I'm not breathing on it. That's Zuran Wiki there out in the front with Hayden Fitzgerald in second place. Talked to Ashton Hughes, and he's a bit tired. He should be out here, I would have thought, but not on the track at the moment. Here comes Nigel Montgomery. Don't recognise that name. In fact, no. We've got two 52s out there. This is a bit confusing. Coming. Okay, it's gone. 52, well, 52 gone. It's 52F. Hayden Fitzgerald now I'm on my big Yamaha. It was running as 600 at the last meeting, and now on the big Super Stock 1000. Great to see Hayden here doing the Winter Series, and all it does is gives a lot of other people a target to aim for. But right now, out in the front, it looks like Malcolm Belsky. Yeah, Malcolm Belsky with Hayden Fitzgerald there, and Zuran Wiki out there in the third spot. We should really have Rogan Chandler out there probably as well. Can't remember who was in what class, actually, to be honest. Another set of points here, we'll put them aside. What have we got here out in the track? It is the senior sprint. We've got the senior trophy. We've got 2 pages of the senior trophy here, so don't need 2 copies of that, do we? That's only going to confuse me. Here we go. It is Hayden Fitzgerald taking the lead down that centre straight ahead of Malcolm Belsky. It would have been good for Malcolm. Now Malcolm Belsky can tail onto him and see if he can learn to get that a little bit quicker. And Hayden Fitzgerald not getting away on him either. Yamaha versus Kawasaki. We go back into third place, and it is the first of the smaller bikes, the 675 Triumph of Zuran Wiki, with Neville Gibbs there in fourth place. SJ Cavill, Jeff Crouch, Ian Reid, Daniel McGovern, Jeff Rogerson, Robert Lemmis, and Esmond Williams. Here we go. It is back into the lead, Malcolm Belsky, with Hayden Fitzgerald going around in a 109.941, a 110.388 for Belsky, but Fitzgerald's taken the lead back going into the Toyota corner. Would have outbraked him. I was looking at the timing screen. Belsky's coming back though, makes up about 2 to 3 bike lengths coming through turn 2 as they go into turn 3. Fitzgerald just that little bit quicker out of that corner there. Zuran Wiki there in third, with Neville Gibbs there on the Honda CBR 1000 there in fourth place. 4 different brands in the top 5 there, and SJ Cavill, sorry, in 5th place on the Post Classic FZR 1000. We might have had a problem with Sunstrike earlier on. But of course, with the cloud coming in now, there's no problem with that, so it's a little bit safer out there for the boys. That's SJ Cavill and Jeff Crouch having a good battle down the centre straight there. I think Jeff's on the black bike, goes round the outside. Wow, what a great move round the outside of Cavill there, coming out of Higgins. Going behind them, and it is Ian Reid and Daniel McGovern. Don't forget, folks, airbag time shortly. As soon as the checkered flag drops and the bikes are back in, you can get out there and help with the airbags. Not a big job. Any hands make light work. They're airbags, so they're relatively light. 109.920. Belsky's right on the tail of him as well. Belsky, there was a split there at 0.3 of a second. I'd say that's less than 0.1 of a second as I go into the Toyota corner. So this can only be good for Belsky to learn how to get round the track quicker and quicker all day long. Hopefully he carries it on to the next meeting in a month or so. Gibbs there in fourth place. Ahead of him is Zuran Wiki there. Gibbs sponsored by Motormart. Zuran Wiki sponsored by Triumph New Zealand, I think, and Hamilton Motorcycles as well. The lead 2 bikes going off into Higgins. We're 3 laps down with 2 laps to go. 3.5 laps with 1.5 laps, I think, to go. The white flag will come out as they come across the start finish like that. Kawasaki's quicker down that back straight, only really by about a bike length though. There's about 6 bike lengths between first and, but hey, look at him out braking. Hayden Fitzgerald going into that corner. Wow. I don't know whether Hayden's get tired, but it's all on here. They're going to come across the start-finish line. It's going to be a drag. It's less than 0.1 of a second between the first and second bikes. In fact, 0.057. They go into turn one here, the final race of that. It's been absolutely massive racing all day long. Such tight racing, 2,000ths of a second, 4,000ths of a second. We're seeing two riders there on exactly matching lap times on their fastest lap. That was second and third place on the track. And it's just outstanding how the racing's been all day long, just spectacular. The junior trophy was banging on all the way through, especially with Jacob Stroud getting balked at turn one and having to come back from that. And right now, it is Hayden Fitzgerald takes the lead again as he pops it on the back wheel going along that centre straight. Reminds me many years ago of Shunji Yachishiro coming out for the 84-85 countrywide series on a CBX 750, and he battled with Robert Holden on the plastic. Fantastic race long, and then Robert came out of the hairpin, just popped it on his back wheel and sailed past him. Of course, Robert's bike was a GSX 1100 by then. It started off as GS 1000, but Yachishiro thought he was doing so damn well, but there was a big problem there. So it is for the checkered flag. Hayden Fitzgerald, Malcolm Belsky takes a good honest second place there with a 1:10.068 for his quickest lap time of the racer. And Wiki goes through 1:12.224, quickest time, and Neville Gibbs on a 1:12.848 for his quickest time. There we are. Jeff Cook goes through. We're looking out for the three bikes. SJ Cavill looks to be in the front, followed closely by Ian Reid. In fact, Ian Reid got pipped by Daniel McGovern. And there we go, Jeff Rogerson, Robert Lamass and Esbond Williams. Just going to do a quick sound check on this last mic.